What's up, YouTube? For Haley's here, back with another video. And for my podcast listeners, Authentically for Haley's, it's streaming. It's on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. So if you're listening, I hope you like this content. What's up, beautiful people? So we're going to be talking about how to deal with toxic family members, friends, co-workers. We're going to talk about how to act accordingly when you're dealing with these kind of people. Because I don't care what no one has to say. Realistically, someone in our life is toxic. Whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, whether it's a co-worker, whether it's our supervisor, whoever, there's someone in our life that is negative. I don't care how perfect, great it may seem, there's someone in your environment that is toxic. So the number one thing is how to deal with toxic people is you got to set boundaries and you actually got to implement them. And I'm not talking about setting boundaries and not doing it. No, you actually have to establish serious boundaries and you actually have to implement them. You got to act upon it and stop playing with your mental health, sis. You got to take action and you got to be serious about it. Because if you're not serious about establishing boundaries, the people around you that is toxic, they're not serious about how they're going to tolerate and treat you. So you got to let people know what you will and what you won't tolerate. And I say this because it is very important how you take care of yourself. It is very important how you go about your life, how you tolerate the people in your life. You got to have a conversation just so your standards and your expectations can be met from toxic people, because it shows that you have power and you have control of what's in your environment. So what you could do is you could have a very calm, respectable conversation and you got to be clear on it. And I know some people, there's going to be people in your life that's not going to respect what you have to say. They're not going to respect your boundaries. We get these kind of individuals in our life a lot. So setting boundaries is a way that you could take control of your life, and you got to learn how to keep your distance. So when you have these conversations with especially your family members, because there's a lot of this in your family, you got to tell them like, listen, I love you, but I got to take care of me. I got to love you from afar right now. You got to tell them, I don't want negativity surrounding me all the time. I want to do my own thing and I need my space from everybody. And it's okay. Your real family is going to understand you. Now, when it comes to coworkers, when you're in your job and this toxic is drama, is gossipy, I know what it's like to deal with that. I know what it's like to deal with people that like to lie, that like to gossip, that like to make drama, that like to stir the pot, that like to be manipulative. I've dealt with these kind of individuals when I was at work. When you go to work, you got to understand you're going there for one thing. You there to make your money. So when you go in there, you clock in, you say hi to everybody, and you go about your job. You got to keep it very minimal with these people. Don't go in there to hang out thinking like it's a club, it's a party, we here to hang out, not do our job. No, when you go to work, you're there for one thing. And when you clock out, you say bye, you go about your business, you keep your distance, stay low key, stay to yourself. So be in charge of your own life, figure out who you will tolerate, what you won't tolerate, start establishing serious boundaries. Number 2. So there's going to be moments and times where people's not going to respect your boundaries. People's not going to respect what you have to say. People's going to cross the line to upset you more, to provoke you, to annoy you. So number 2 is don't let these people have access to you. So what I mean by that is you got to block them on social media. Stop following them. Don't let them follow you. Block them. Because the reason I say this is if there's drama and negativity in your present life, you're going to be surrounded by drama on your social media. They're going to be knowing your business. You're going to be knowing their business. You're going to be consumed in energy and people's social media pages that you don't want to consume your mind into. You can't let people know your business, what you got going on for you, what are you up to. So the way that you do that is you cut off access from them. Block these people from your social media pages. Because at the end of the day, when you're dealing with people like this, no one deserves to rob you from your peace. Toxicity, negativity is mental health draining. That's all robbing you from your peace, your joy, and your happiness. So if you gotta remove yourself from certain people, you gotta let them go, you gotta keep your distance, then do that. And the reason why I say block them on social media is because if you don't block these people, they will keep lurking on your pages, and then they're gonna gossip about you. They're gonna talk about you. It's a way for people not to have so much access to you. Your social media is in your control. That is your feed. Whatever you consume yourself into, whatever people's pages that you're following, if it's negative, if it's declining our mental health, you gotta remove yourself from that. Because what you follow, what you consume, what you read, that starts to become part of your life. Social media exchange is kind of like a vibration. When you're reading toxic pages and you following the news a lot, that can take a toll on you. So for example, when you're watching the news and every day it's a sad story, and that starts to affect you in a way. It makes you not want to go outside. It makes you not want to live your life. It makes you not want to enjoy the present moment, because you're listening and you're watching so many things that it's kind of upsetting. Now with toxic people, you're following them, they're gossiping about you. It creates some kind of drama on the internet, and this is just in the internet. Imagine in real life. So you gotta do the process of elimination so your life can be more at peace. Number 3 on how to act accordingly to toxic people, family, friends, co-workers. You gotta learn how to say no. No is no, and it's okay. You don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't owe anybody a sorry. You don't owe anybody an essay. At the end of the day, these people that you are distancing yourself from, they're not paying your bills. They're not paying your insurance. They're not adding value to your life. They're not adding happiness to your life. So you don't owe anybody an explanation. It's okay to say no. No is enough. You don't need to keep telling people a whole extra story. Don't be giving them too much access to you where you gotta start telling them your personal business. No is no. And it doesn't mean that you're rude. It doesn't mean that you're mean. It doesn't mean that you're being selfish. It honestly just means that you love yourself a little bit more and you hold yourself up to a higher standard, that you're done validating other people's needs. You are done satisfying other people. You have to learn how to satisfy yourself and validate yourself. So the reason why I say sometimes you gotta say no is because it reduces a lot of stress, it reduces anxiety, and you're not carrying people's burdens on your shoulders anymore. You're worrying about you, you're prioritizing yourself. People treat you the way you allow them to treat you. Always remember that. So if you don't take yourself serious or your decision serious when you're trying to step away and remove yourself from anything that is toxic, anything that's not serving you, people are going to treat you like you're a joke. People are not going to take your decisions serious. They're not going to respect you. And it's only going to keep leading into a more toxic, negative life. So another way you could deal with family, friends, co-workers that are toxic is you got to pay them no mind. You got to ignore them. When you're going into work, like I said, keep it very simple. Go to your job, keep it about your job, but don't entertain anything that has nothing to do with you. You there, you're minding your business, and eventually they will fall back. They will take a hint if they have to. Don't entertain things that has nothing to do with you. Dealing with toxic family, friends, co-workers, you gotta pay them no mind. You gotta just learn how to ignore them. And the reason why I say this is because you don't know what someone is going through behind closed doors. You don't want to entertain drama that has nothing to do with you, that is coming from a place of their insecurities, that is coming from a place of their dark path in their life. You gotta kill people with kindness and ignore them and not pay them any mind. Do not give any of your energy into them, because if you are entertaining any type of drama, any type of gossip that has nothing to do with you, your life starts to become problematic. If you invest your time into people that are toxic, you will become toxic. People that you invest your energy and your time into is what you slowly start to become. So be careful. investing in your time and your energy into toxicity, because you don't want to become that and you don't want your life to become that. So ignore anyone that is not serving you any good. It's not adding value to your life and is very problematic. Kill them with kindness. You know, learn how to keep your distance from them. Don't say too much to them. Do not tell them your business, but treat them kind, because you never know what someone is going through behind closed doors. They could be fighting a difficult battle and they just want to take it out on someone else that is joyful, that is at peace, that is calm. Misery loves company. And if someone is drama, miserable, want to bring you down, it's because you're doing good, you're up, you're climbing up the ladder, and they just want to snatch you and bring you down with them. They don't want to see you doing good. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you thriving, you know? So that's why I'm saying kill people with kindness, because most of the time the drama, the toxicity that people are projecting onto you, it has not much to do with you. It got more to do with them. You know, when you're on social media and you see people throwing subliminals, most of the time it got nothing to do with you. It's more about them. It's more about their insecurities. It's more about their lack of confidence. It's more about their life, how they're choosing to go about it. So ignore them, pay them no mind, but also kill them with kindness. And you cannot change people. You cannot change how people are. You can't expect you out of everybody, but you could change how you interact with them. You could change how you deal with them. If you move different and you tolerate these people different and you act accordingly, some of them, most of the time, they're gonna start acting different. They're gonna start acting accordingly as well. You set the tone for how people treat you in your life. You set the tone for how people choose to how they deal with you. So if you move different, you get different, and maybe they will change too. No one is entitled to how you live your life. You gotta learn how to walk away from people that is draining your energy. You gotta learn how to walk away from people that is not bringing you fulfillment, that is not bringing you joy. You know, you gotta keep growing. And it's okay to keep your distance from these kind of people, especially if it's your family, because once you're growing, you start to outgrow a lot of people. And you gotta leave people where they at sometimes, because that's how they start to learn. That's how they start to grow. But if you hanging around with toxicity, that's gonna diminish you from your self-development growth journey. So while you're evolving, they're dissolving into negativity. And that's why I say you gotta cut access to them, set serious boundaries, and you gotta learn how to say no. So I hope you like this content, and if you do, like, comment, subscribe. I also have a podcast, Authentically for Haley's. I'm gonna put it in the link down below. But I hope this video resonated with one of y'all. I really, really hope it did. And if it did, please leave your thoughts. Please leave your comments. This is a safe place. Until then, we'll be back for more videos.